Hello, welcome to Dark Side Live Show. Today it is Paul. Ruben is out today, so we have Eric filling in.
Hey guys.
Say hi. If this is your first time, make sure you fill out that live sales form on the link. It is $9.99 flat rate shipping for as many comics as you want. We will be invoicing on Saturday, so you've got a couple days. Generally, Friday's payday, so that's nice. So, shall we get started with this week's new releases?
Absolutely.
All right. Starting up top here, we've got Sea of Sorrows #2. I remember telling you guys about #1 and how much I liked it. Good, creepy artwork. Mariners searching for Nazi gold in a sunken ship. It's really good. Creepy mermaids. Next up, Excalibur. Eric?
I'm a big Marvel UK fan, so this book has been excellent for me. This book directly plays on the ends of the X of Swords event, so if you haven't read that, I highly recommend checking that out. But this issue is a lot of fun. If you like Rogue, if you like Gambit, if you like Jubilee, there's something for you.
Some of my favorites.
Yeah. Are there anything cool in this issue specifically?
The last page is definitely going to leave you wanting more.
Ooh. We tried to go spoiler light.
Yeah. No, Eric's good at not spoilering.
I liked that.
Next up, we've got Scumbag #3, which, if you've been reading Scumbag, it's consistent. It's consistent in its scummery and adventure.
I'm excited about it. And something that I heard today was people wondering about, like, how long are they going to continue with his characterization the way it is, or are they going to elevate it to
make him scummier, or make him
no, the opposite.
Okay, redeem him,
more heroic. And so,
I mean, story, like, the conceit of the story is that he has to be noble, so that would make sense, but at the same time, it would kind of take away from his, I don't want to say charm, but charm.
Well, because you have to go a fine line.
Yeah,
I think, especially with like something funny like this. You know, like Deadpool does it well, where it's like it could, if it was treated poorly, it could be really shticky and gimmicky, and that'd be boring. So, yeah, Scumbag.
Yes, not for the faint of heart, not for children.
If you like Rick Remender, this is definitely a book you will enjoy.
Yes, Rick Remender, solid. Good stuff. Following up, we've got the newest #13 issue of Something is Killing the Children. Still just as good as issue #1. It's like, again, it's the best ongoing horror comic right now. It is so much fun. Like, I cannot wait for somebody to adapt this into a movie or a TV show. It'd be perfect for AMC.
Absolutely. James Tynion has been killing it lately. Everything he's touching has been turning to gold, so it's really cool to see him doing something a little different than superheroes.
Yeah. It's good seeing him branch out.
Well, ongoing, but for how long?
Well, I don't know. It is Boom. Boom tends to not do ongoing unless it's a licensed merchandise, licensed property. So we'll see. This could be the last story arc.
I mean, if you read it, it sounds like things are definitely ramping up. So.
Yeah, or it could be ramping up to an ending or ramping up to something bigger. Right. Moving on, we have, I'm going to get up because we got a couple of variants for this one. This is The Picture of Everything Else. This is kind of a sequel to the picture/portrait of Dorian Gray. It involves a couple art thieves stealing paintings, and they notice that the subject matter of paintings that they have recently stolen seem to be the same as recent murders. Yes, intriguing. That's basically what we've got so far with issue 1. It's really cool. I really like it. We've got cover A, cover B, cover C, or this could be C and that could be B. I wasn't paying attention. But it's really good so far. I'm really digging it. Again, really good artwork inside.
Is it set in modern day?
Negative. It is set in Dorian Gray time.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Uh,
Does it have any direct ties yet, or just the painting aspect?
it's like the artist who, it's the conceit is that it's the artist who did the portrait for Dorian Gray.
Okay,
These are his other paintings,
that makes sense.
which is pretty cool if you ask me.
Sounds excellent. We should all check it out, myself
Yes.
included.
I mean, it is on the violent side, being about murder.
Good
So-
to know. So if
so-
you don't like violence, maybe
Yeah.
skip this one.
It seems like a Penny Dreadful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
reminding me of.
Yes, that's a good comparison, I would say.
Yes. If you are a fan of Penny Dreadful, this is perfect for you. Minus all the monsters so far.
So far.
Next up down here, the best cover for Spawn I've ever seen. It is the Violator as Santa Claus. I didn't read it because I don't read Spawn, but if you read Spawn, if you just love the character of the Violator, this is awesome. Can you see it well? Do you want to get a better shot?
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
mean, I can stand.
I don't read much Spawn either, but that cover has me intrigued. I never would have juxtaposed Spawn and Santa Claus.
Maybe a Krampus.
Yeah, definitely. Krampus and Spawn, they sound like best buds.
Yes. Next up, we've got the latest issue of Department of Truth. That was another Tinian book.
Yeah, Tinian continues to
Tinian.
kill it.
If you're into conspiracy theories, it's really good. It's really, really good. Just gets a little more out there each issue. Have you been reading it, Rose?
Yeah, I've been checking out, and I love this concept of like, if enough people believe in something, can they make it true?
Mhm.
I think that's a really interesting idea.
I once wrote a story with that same conceit, except on the supernatural side and not the.
Well,
Anyway.
the nature of truth. I think
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, I think the power of belief is a very important theme, especially in comics and storytelling in general. So it's very cool to see belief used in this particular way as a theme.
Yes.
Mhm.
Moving on to the big DC winter crossover, we've got Black Adam, number 1. Is that number 2?
It's number 1 or 2.
I'm sorry, I switched them because I was going in story order. Justice League Dark. That's a good one. Again, like I've said every week, it's a good story so far. There's only, I think, one more issue next week, I think, and then it's over. So the Justice League Dark is a good one. Hippolyta goes to the, I forget what they call it, the bar in the middle of nowhere.
Bar Oblivion?
Yeah.
Or Oblivion Bar?
Yeah, that's the one. And they try to figure out a plan. They bring... so Swamp Thing is in another realm
Yes.
at this point in time, and he gives them a chunk of him, and he is back.
Oh, that is amazing. So that's some very Groot in the MCU.
It's really cool.
I am something.
Yeah.
Like a tiny one.
Yes. Now we need Groot Swamp Thing crossover
Some
now.
boss.
Yes. They would get along.
The teenage Swamp Thing.
I mean, one of the YA graphic novels has a teenage
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about that.
I've heard it's good, so maybe check that out too.
One thing's a personal favorite of yours.
Yes. Yes, he is. I don't know how I feel about him being on a CW show.
Oh, you should get that like bite-sized Marvel treatment or
Yes.
something, where he just looks like a fern.
Yes, that sounds incredible.
Yes. With a couple of little flowers growing.
Yeah. We love Swamp Thing here, so
All right, so then it's Black Adam, and that is the penultimate issue of the Endless Winter. It's Black Adam and his small cadre of villains trying to save the day before the Justice League does, and then the Justice League shows up. I mean, that's about all I can say without spoilers.
okay. That sounds like a lot of
Sounds
fun.
like a good setup for an interesting story.
It's like I said, there's only one more issue of that, which should be next week, and then we are done with it.
Yes.
And all of the Endless Winter has been fantastic.
It's been a lot of fun. Sorry, I was waking my phone back up so I can see what's next. Next up is The King in Black. Eric, how do you feel about this?
I haven't been reading King in Black specifically. However, I've really been enjoying Donny Cates's Venom stuff in general. So it's really cool to see it continuing, and I am definitely looking forward to checking this out when I get a chance. King in Black has Null, who has been an interesting villain from the build-up so far. So it's, it seems like a good climax to the story Donnie's been telling the last couple of years.
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
Null?
No, the author.
Oh, Donny Cates.
Somebody gets it right.
But this is following up like a pretty explosive first issue,
Yes.
like which was really well received. Like, I think this is a series that's gonna.
Yeah. Everything that he's doing with Brock's son Dylan is really good. Like I've never seen a kid written so well, basically. Especially a kid going through these situations of
Absolutely.
the apocalypse.
Donny Cates is another writer who, like James Tynion, has been killing it lately.
Yes.
So recommend checking out anything he touches at the moment.
Yeah, if you watch us every week, there are names that repeat, and for good reason. Next up, we've got Spider-Woman, which is another King in Black tie-in. I did not get a chance to read this, but seeing that it is a King in Black tie-in, I figured we should give you the option of checking it out. And there is a really cool nullified variant right there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like, all of the nullified variants have been really cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Or maybe beautiful is the wrong word, but fantastic.
Definitely beautiful. Yeah, amazing.
All right. Next up, we've got the special king-sized Conan.
So I'm not normally a Conan fan. However, I did have the pleasure of reading this week, and it's an excellent read. It's got Kurt Busiek, it's got Chris Claremont, it's got Roy Thomas. If you enjoy those writers, I highly recommend it. And it's got something very special.
What's so special?
So for those of you that are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans, this is Kevin Eastman's first work for Marvel. Unfortunately, we don't have any more of the Eastman variant cover. However, his story inside is a great read, and I highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys fantasy, Marvel, or Kevin Eastman.
Does anybody know why he has never worked for Marvel before? Is there any story behind that we don't know? Some gossip?
No.
It's probably just they didn't have a project offer for him that he wanted to work on, if I had to guess.
Probably because he's never needed to work for Marvel.
Also true.
I mean, I know Laird kind of sold out and sold all his stuff, but Eastman's been turtling it up since the 80s nonstop.
Yeah, he stays very faithful to his IP.
Yeah, he's getting all that Paramount money and all that Nickelodeon money.
All the toy money.
Mm-hmm.
But even with all that, he's still creating.
Yeah.
And,
no, he does all of the B covers for the Ninja Turtles ongoing series.
Which is...
Yeah.
And he still writes it, I believe, right?
He doesn't write it, no, but he is writing the Last Ronin, which is delayed again. So if you're waiting for issue number 2, it was supposed to be January, and I just saw that it was delayed again. But we are getting a director's cut of issue number 1 in March.
Nice.
So,
another good book
another release of number 1. Okay. Then following it up with our last new release this week is Ice Cream Man. That awesome holiday cover.
Nice Christmas cover.
Advent calendar of murder and ice cream. So
Yes.
Ice Cream Man, you know it's going to be something twisted.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Something
yeah,
absurd and dark. And...
I thought that went without saying. That's why I wasn't saying anything. That's
maybe not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. Usually, macabre, usually gory.
Yeah, real dark humor.
Yeah, it's. I always want to say like Twilight Zone, but it's probably more dark. Or what was that other one?
Black Mirror?
No, 70s show. Tales from the Dark Side meets Tales from the Crypt.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a pull. Dark Normandy's dark place. You know, whatever.
Listen, Paul with the deep pulls as always.
So favorite books this week?
Well, I'm still really enjoying the King in Black story, but probably C.S. Just it's so good.
And for me, it's Excalibur. It's almost
It's
always Excalibur.
Always Excalibur,
Which
is okay.
You put Rogue on a team, you put Captain Britain, any of them on a team, I'm probably going to love it. But I also think that the story Teenie Howard has been telling has been fantastic. And I also just recommend all of the X books right now. I really think Jonathan Hickman and the entire X office have been putting together a great new era for the X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we look at some back issues?
We shall.
It's back issue time.
All right. Eric, if you want to take these down and then put that first stack up, try to keep them in order. All right.
Leave the stands.
No,
Oh,
he's taking that one.
We got a few Iron Mans here, $3 each. We got number 255, 214, and 203. This is a good one. One of these women wants to kill Iron Man.
Madam Mask.
Who's the other one?
Person.
Femme
Redhead,
Fatale.
angry redhead.
Is that Pepper Potts?
Oh
No,
no.
Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, if anybody has a reason to kill Iron Man, it's Pepper Potts.
That's definitely true.
Well, yeah, no, in the comics, yeah, because they weren't romantically involved. So
And when they were, it wasn't pleasant.
then we've got a nice nice little Marvel comedy series from the late 80s. Lots of fun. Next to it, we've got a special Zatanna. That was just a one-shot. Retells her origins. Got a couple cool stories in there. If you like Zatanna, then there's nothing not to like. Next up, we've got Dazzler. We thought we'd put the two sparkly ladies next to each other. There's nothing special about that Dazzler issue, but it is in such pristine condition. It is, like, I was looking at it today, and it's near flawless.
Listen, in this shop, we love Dazzler.
I mean, she's a great character. I
Absolutely.
I wasn't saying there's nothing special about it. It's just that issue. There isn't. It's
Why you gotta be so down on Dazzler?
It's not like a first appearance or anything. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Paul.
It's not an event issue. It's just
Listen, we will not stand for this Dazzler slander, Paul.
fine. I love Taylor Swift too.
Oh,
We got that on record now.
that's now out there on the internet.
You guys know she was supposed to be in the movie. All right. Going down, we've got Fantastic Four, number 273. That is, I believe, the second appearance of Reed Richards' father.
Yep.
Also known as Warlord,
Yes.
which when I first saw that, I thought I was confused. I was crossing my brands,
Like the
and I
DC
thought it was the
Warlord,
DC
yeah.
Warlord, and I was like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know, right?
But then, like, it's
Marvel, DC, get on that crossover
Yeah.
now.
Speaking of Marvel DC crossovers, next to it, we've got Doctor Strange Fate
Oh, so
from the
cool.
Amalgam universe.
Doctor Strange Fate is one of my favorite of the Amalgam issues, and Yeah, I hope you all
90s
enjoy it too.
gold.
Everything amalgam is just so much fun.
yeah, you can't go wrong with Amalgam.
It's basically like every argument that you would have with like your friends when you're a
Yeah.
kid.
Yes.
And, like, what would be the best superhero if you pulled, and then they made it real.
I did have a copy of, what was it, Dark Claw earlier today, that somebody bought it.
Oh.
Eric bought it. Darklaw was awesome. Like, that was my favorite character out of all of the Amalgam
That
characters.
is, Dark Claw is like the broiest of all of them.
Yeah.
I'm Batman and Wolverine.
I know.
Dark Claw and Strange Fate, two of the best.
Next up, we've got the 100th double-sized issue of Defenders. That is the issue where you find out that Hellcat, remember Patsy Walker from the Jessica Jones show? She's the daughter of Satan.
She's Satana?
Different daughter of Satan.
Oh, another-
Satan's got a lot of kids, just like Zeus.
Now I need that crossover.
Yes. Next up, we've got another special. It is the Doom Patrol and Suicide Squad. And if you like Doom Patrol, we got some more Doom Patrol coming up later. Next up, we've got the 6th issue of V for Vendetta. It's not the first, it's not the last, but somebody is missing that in their collection. So
Absolutely.
you need it, pick it up. And then last over here, we've got an oddity. It is a Vertigo comic called Vertical with art by Michael Allred. It is a skinny book, and it is read, some of it is read this way, some of it is this way. It is really cool. It would be a couple dollars more, but the bottom back corner has a pretty big stub in it. But I just thought it was cool enough that a lot of people may not be aware of such a thing.
Okay.
So let me know if anybody needs to see these again, needs to see close-ups. I can grab them.
Now,
So that's like half a comic book.
Yes,
Interesting.
but all of the content.
and all the value.
Now I don't know how these are set up.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
So we've got a whole bunch of Detective Comics. Is that all we had in this one? Oh, then we've got this 3-issue story arc from Avengers. It is Fear the Reaper, part 1, 2, and 3. This is my favorite of the covers. Just look at that guy. That's awesome.
Which one's the one with Black Knight?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, Black Knight's a character I'm a big fan of from Captain Britain and MI13, so I would recommend this. Anything with Black Knight in it is good.
Yeah, I don't remember which Detective Comics we have up here, but they range from the 250s into the 300s. If you have any questions about any of them, we will take a look.
It's an 80-page giant.
Yes, the 80-page giant, that is number 600. That is the third part of the, what? This one. This is 600. This is 598. This is the first part. This is the third part of the guy who wrote the first Batman movie, Sam Hamm. He wrote a 3-part story. So we've got parts 1 and 3. I couldn't find part 2 today, but I'll keep my eye out for
Okay,
it.
but before we move on, Sam Hamm is like the funniest name ever, right?
Yeah.
Depends on what he looks like.
Oh, that's true.
That art
I mean,
on
is it-
600 though is gorgeous.
That's classic
Oh yeah,
Batman in the Rain.
always love some rain in Batman comics.
What else we got? Let's see. That one. I like that cover. Slaughter in the Streets.
Captain Boomerang and Batman, not something
Yeah.
you see every day. Love me some Captain
That one's
Boomerang.
fun. Number
Boomerang versus the
555.
Batarang.
Ooh, yeah, good point.
A good chunk of these Detective Comics were written by Doug Monk. We talked about him before. And I realized, processing these, I don't think I've ever seen, outside of his like Bloodlust trilogy, I don't think I've seen any of his stuff in trade paperback format.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of Doug Monk in.
And I'm wondering if there's some sort of like rights dispute or something, some sort of legal thing.
You never know. It's sometimes hard to get everything in trade paperback. You know, there's DC and Marvel have published a lot of comics.
This one's Gene Colan. It's got art by Gene
Mhm.
Colan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done a couple of these covers, I believe, with Dick DiGiorno doing the coloring.
Yep.
You mean Dick Giordano?
Yes, I was thinking of DiGiorno pizza.
Are you hungry, Paul? And then we've got a detective Batman against Nocturna.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good cover, isn't it?
That is a good cover.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
Reminds me of,
Nocturna.
Lady Death.
Yeah.
Just because she's a lady who's white.
Yes. Not Caucasian white, but white white.
Reminds me of Domino.
Domino.
Yeah, that's another. Is that just a thing in comics? Or there are a lot of women with like super
That's
pale?
like Barry.
Yeah, you're
She's
right.
painted, though. Like, she paints her
Yeah.
face.
Here's another one of the Colin covers, which is Requiem for Skulls.
Don't we all love skulls? I enjoy having my skull in my head. So
I just don't understand why that skull has eyeballs.
Doesn't your skull have eyeballs?
No.
Maybe
like,
that's Black Mask or something. I don't know.
That is about that right time for Black Mask.
yeah,
Yes.
as recently seen in Birds of Prey.
Yes. Which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know
it was
if
really
he's
good.
actually, like, appears in that issue. I guess I can look it up.
Okay.
All right. That's it for this batch. I'm going to take a look at the Christmas books.
Christmas.
Yeah. So we got ourselves some amazing Spider-Man.
It's like a mouse.
No worries.
Along with these Christmas books, we do have a couple of the grab bag bundles that we always have here in the store. It's 10 books for $5.99. A good mix of Marvel, DC, independent books. It's a lot of fun if you just need something to read. It's a great value, and sometimes you find a gem in there.
Yeah, I gotta say the grab bags have been pretty good. You know, it's definitely a mix, but you always get something good in there. I've found. So first off, we got this lovely, amazing Spider-Man. Everybody loves the lizard, but who doesn't love the lizard at Christmas time? And also Stegron. Listen, Marvel has a long, loving history of dinosaur supervillains. He's no Sauron, but, you know, Stegron will do.
Yes, and some of these are the same holiday ones from last week, simply because I couldn't find any new ones. But they're still fun.
You got some Marvel 2-in-1 with the Thing. You know, Thing fighting toys sounds about right, especially when you have the Yancey Street crew as children with all their nonsense pranks that they play on him. So, you know, Thing hating toys sounds about right.
The villainous puppet master.
Yes. I'm not actually familiar with the Puppet Master, but I think this cover is really cool. Let's take this off so everybody can see it.
Jamie Tracy wanted to know what issues the Avengers were.
The Avengers were
Got a good cover here.
352, 353, and 354.
Thank you.
All right. We got this cool issue of Marvel Age, spotlighting graphic novels. You know, Marvel's graphic novels are very influential in the history of comics. So it's really cool to see this artifact that talks about some of them.
Sergio Aragon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best art in the business. Got some Batman and more Batman.
One of those Batmans is technically a New Year's issue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would probably be this one, because this one is about At the Stroke of Midnight. So, Batman being festive. Not something I would have expected, but a welcome change of pace.
I was just
Move
going to
that
say,
sticker. You can see it either on the ball as it drops down.
I think Batman absolutely lends itself towards Christmas time. I mean, you think about
Bats,
Dead parents.
family.
okay, no, like the original movies, like
Kidnapping children.
set in Christmas time, with toys and everything, like, and
I'm not hearing a compelling argument.
no, it's. I think Batman fits very well with Christmas.
Oh, I'm not saying Batman stories can't. I just think that, like, the
Batman
character.
Returns.
That's exactly what I said. The original movies.
I think you're talking about like original Christmas movies.
No, no, like the original Batman movies, the best ones.
Mm.
Nolan can fight me.
Oh, I would pay money to see that.
He would just complain about your audio levels
And the fact that I'm a woman.
Ooh.
and that you watch HBO Max.
So we got Iron Man fighting Santa.
Ho ho homicide.
Yes. I think that might be the best subtitle on any of these issues.
It's pretty awesome. And just a heads up on that one, it is a little beat up. That's why it's $2, but it is still awesome.
That cover alone.
Yes. That goes perfect with the Spider-Man one that we sold last week.
Now, Paul, when you think of Christmas, what would you say is the character that most embodies the spirit of happiness and giving and friendship?
Well, it has to be the Punisher.
Obviously. So we have here the Punisher, Red Christmas. Of course it's red, Punisher, blood, all that.
Punisher and Krampus need to do a team.
Yes! I would really love to see Punisher fight the Krampus. I mean, you think
No.
of a team up.
Team up, not a fight.
Why not both? It's comic books.
So they would
no,
obviously
they
fight
fight,
first,
right,
and then
yeah.
they
Find a common ground.
Yeah.
Marvel Holiday Special. M. Lozen would like that.
Excellent. Hand that off to Brian.
I love that cover so much. It's very Rockwellian.
Where's my?
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Thank you, M.
You want to one of those. One of
Let's-
the books from before, from the previous day.
All right.
Toss up a fever break.
A few more things. We have this lovely Gremlins Christmas book. Now is this a book for children or is it
It is
excellent?
ish.
Okay. What's the caveat there?
It is not as bloody and violent as the movie, but as the movie I grew up with as a kid. And it is Christmas. It's just a storybook
Okay.
with some monsters. It's beautiful.
And the last thing we got over here is these.
And so does this satisfy the question of whether or not Gremlins is a Christmas movie? Is that?
There was never a question about that.
I was just wondering if we needed to have an argument.
There was never a question about whether Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Hmm.
All right.
That sounds like a good stream for another night. Brian and Paul argue about is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
No, I think it is.
If it takes place during Christmas time and Christmas is a part of the theme, it's a Christmas movie.
See, that just reminds me of the argument that Die Hard is actually a Hanukkah movie that I've heard recently.
I've heard that as well.
I think it's actually pretty compelling.
I haven't heard
Why? What is the argument for that? I mean, I'm inclined to agree, but
It has to do with it's something about a struggle over insurmountable forces
Oh.
being more of a story
I get
about
it.
Hanukkah than Christmas.
Mhm.
And then the last thing we have over here is the Zombies Christmas Carol.
Yes.
It is worth noting that although it is published by Marvel, it does not have Marvel zombies in it. It is a zombie version of the Charles Dickens story.
Right. There are no zombie Iron Mans,
So that would be delightful.
but it is in the same comedic vein as those books.
Absolutely. If you like those books, I do recommend them. Recommend this one. However, it's not quite a Marvel book in the same way that Marvel Zombies normally is.
But it is only $5.
Yes.
In
$5
hardcover
in
format.
hardcover,
Yes.
right? That is a deal unlike any others on this show.
That is correct.
Yeah, pretty hard to beat.
And we have one copy, many.
We have multiple copies of the Zombies Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Okay. So those were our Christmas issues.
That was Christmas. Christmas is over now.
Thank goodness.
Now on to the new year.
So going back up here, got a couple Thor books. Got 375 and 312.
Now is this or is any of this in Simonson's run or
Yes.
Excellent.
I think they both are. No? Yeah.
376 seems more likely, but if you like Walt Simonson,
And this one is in near immaculate condition. This
Yeah.
is in great condition. Over here, got a couple Doctor Stranges. That one's $4. That one's $3. We've got issue 70 and issue 51.
I really think that this cover is kind of fun. You have Doctor Strange, you have a weird monster, and you have him blasting bad guys. What more can you ask for that in a Doctor Strange cover?
Going back over here, we've got some Daredevils. This one should cost more, but again, I valued it down because of the condition. But this is the next to last Frank Miller issue of Daredevil.
It's the resurrection of Elektra.
Yep. Hence
Yep.
the wonderful cover art.
Yeah, it's
So
a very
that's-
striking cover.
So that's awesome. We've got number 289 and number 238. What was that? Oh, this is one's notable. This is one of the issues, one of the early issues where Bullseye. I can never remember. Remember last week? I was like,
It's because of Colin Farrell.
this is one of the issues where Colin Farrell dresses up as Daredevil.
Hmm.
So you've got Matt Murdock boxing, and then you've got Bullseye Daredevil.
Mhm.
So those are fun.
As a fan of boxing, can never go wrong with Matt Murdock boxing, people dressing up as superheroes that aren't superheroes.
And in the
Now
middle,
we have another Daredevil there too. The
um,
Sabretooth appearance.
Mhm.
Is that a crossover?
it is the Mutant Massacre
Yes.
continues. Yes.
Nice.
So, if
So if
like
you-
me or an X-Men fan, must-read issue of Daredevil.
If you're collecting those Mutant Massacre issues,
That was such a great story.
Yeah.
Chris Claremont.
Very sad though.
that was easily one of the better Gambit story arcs.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
That cover, just the action,
The
like,
energy of
poses,
it.
just
It's very kinetic.
And Sabretooth looks like he's in Cats. That's
Is it Idris Elba?
He's Rum Tub Tiger.
I need that fan art now.
And then with Daredevil like in the spotlight there, it reminds me of like Days of Future Past or something like that for some reason.
Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. I think the lighting is very similar.
Yes. Okay. Thought there was a conversation happening.
There
Then
was.
we've got a couple
We had
X-Men.
But-
X-Men 299.
So this is just after Claremont leaves the book. This is during the Lobdell run. So if you're a fan of the 90s,
Issue 312 there.
if you like the 90s, 299 and 312, not bad issues.
Yeah, $3 a piece, a deal. Those Sean McLaughlin wants to know if those are both Frank Miller covers.
No.
I think it's only the Electro one. Is
Yeah,
Frank Miller.
that's the Frank Miller cover. Again, he was gone. He'd left the book by this time. All right, so we've got a couple Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. 176 right there. And 184.
Lizard.
You know, Lizard, Christmas,
Is that
go together.
That's going to be our
Lizard.
Christmas theme then. Is like having
Christmas
books
lizards?
with the lizard in it.
Yeah.
Christmas lizard.
Well,
Yeah.
You know, we are controlled
Kurt
by
Connor's
reptilians.
Christmas.
I mean, Kurt Connors is pretty festive.
Good alliteration there.
Yeah.
Michael Lorio would like the DC Zatanna.
Thank you, Mike.
And thanks for tuning in.
He went home just to get this book because I told him he had to sign in.
He's
And
not allowed
watch.
to just grab the stuff before the show anymore.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you, Mike.
Hope you enjoy it.
And then the last up over there,
Gojira.
Gojira,
Yeah.
number 4.
So this is actually like a run of comics that I really want to read.
Mhm.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Marvel King of the Monsters series. If you like kaiju, if you like Marvel, if you like the 80s,
Yeah,
Good,
70s. That
70s.
was 76, I think.
Gotcha.
But that was such a cool run of Godzilla books because he crossed over with Marvel characters.
Yes.
Like, I want that in the movies.
That's the reason they will probably not be reprinting them anytime soon.
It's awesome.
Same thing with like Transformers. Rights issues are the worst.
Yeah. I love it because like there will be like the Avengers will go fight him and then like the next week like the Avengers know nothing about Godzilla.
Yep.
It's like all right. Anybody have any questions about these before we move on?
Who is he fighting there? Is that just some random?
I think it's a
monster looking
random
figure?
monster. I didn't recognize him.
What does it say there? The coming of Batragon.
I'm assuming it is
Not-
part Bat Dragon.
Not Etrigan.
No.
Okay, but like now you're just giving me ideas for fan fiction here.
Or Aragon.
Or Aragorn.
Or Calgon. Take me away.
Oh.
We're just going to be coming up with Godzilla fan fiction for the rest of the stream.
Do you guys remember the Godzilla TV show? The cartoon?
The animated one?
The one
animated,
from the
yeah.
90s
The-
or
Well,
earlier?
Early
the
two-
80s, I think.
Oh, I was thinking like the early
With Baby
2000s.
Godzilla?
Yeah,
Do you remember
you're thinking
Baby
of the
Godzilla?
American movie.
No, I'm
Sequel.
thinking like Godzilla 2000.
No, there was a
Okay.
2000s animated
Okay.
series as well.
Because it was the same animation as the Men in Black cartoon.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
no,
it, but I
that's-
know
that's-
exactly what Rose is talking about.
And we have a video game of Godzilla 2000 here in the store for
Godzuki,
fans.
exactly. Godzuki. Thank you, Sean. All right. What do we got on the other
Moving
side?
on. All right, you want to take those
Yep.
down and put those up? All right. We're continuing on getting excited about WandaVision. We've got another Vision
excited.
and Wanda miniseries. 4 issues, all 4 issues.
All four of this.
All 4 issues.
out of 4.
I got him the rest of the books.
Excellent.
But yeah, these are just great stuff here. Then we've got Vision 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I believe is his first solo miniseries. And that is from the early 90s. You can probably tell by the artwork.
Yep.
But this cover is really great.
Show us. Put a little closer to the camera. Let's see.
Look at that.
Everything
The
that I
hands
keep
reaching
seeing,
up, him reaching for the hand.
like everything I'm
Strange
seeing
face.
about this new WandaVision show. Like I am so into it. Like everything about it.
Yes.
And like some Easter eggs and possible spoilers about who some people are.
Yes.
Very excited.
Yeah, definitely
Very
some
exciting.
rumors that that I hope are true. That's all I'll say about that.
In the last 4, we got the first 4 Cloak and Dagger issues from their first miniseries. So if you are a fan of Cloak and Dagger, they actually show up in the what is it? The what the? They're in there as well.
Sean McLaughlin got jokes. Godzuki was the kaiju equivalent of Scrappy Doo, which is a horrifying insult.
To which one? Both of them were terrible. Both of them were terrible.
Okay, Scrappy was terrible.
Yes.
But yeah, that Vision miniseries looks incredible. Like even that second one where he looks like a hard-boiled detective.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Dalton
Oh, you
would
want
like to get all 4 of the Vision and Scarlet Witch comics.
You want them? We'll
Whoa.
get them.
Careful.
We'll throw in that Dazzler one. No.
No, we're not. No, Dazzler is not something you throw in as an extra. Dazzler is a star.
Oh, you're her PR guy?
I could be. You know, if Marvel wants to hire me to be Dazzler's PR guy, I'll do it.
Yeah, let's do Brian there.
Awesome. Wise choice, Dalton.
Yes.
Yeah.
As always.
Love me some Scarlet Witch.
And Cloak and Dagger, they're an interesting team. Like they've been around for forever, it seems.
I think their first appearance was in Spectacular Spider-Man, or was it Web of Spider-Man?
It was Spider-Man. That's all I can remember.
It might be Web of
Cloak and Dagger and I have always had a weird relationship in that I usually like it when they show up in things, but I've never really enjoyed their own.
What about their dynamic for this?
They could be. We should be too short on this. They're some of those characters that they're cool, but they've never had their own cool stories.
Yeah. I never watched their TV show either.
I watched the first season; it was pretty good.
Yeah, the first season's great.
A lot of generic rock music, though.
Yeah.
Generic rock.
Don't you love generic rock music, Paul?
All right, we're back with our last batch. We've got some of the high-end ones up here. So we are going to start with the non-high-end. We've got this lovely Dead Man 2-issue miniseries with artwork by Kelly Jones.
One of the definitive Dead Man artists.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It really is.
Yeah.
If you love Dead Man or Kelly Jones.
That's probably the key, like the best Dead Man. Like that early 90s, those miniseries that they were doing like this.
Definitely.
Is that the entire series?
Yeah, it's just 2 issues.
Oh, okay.
There's a slew of them that like they did one shots and they did like 2-parters. Then down here, we have the Doom Patrol 4-issue story arc. Number 19 right here is the first Grant Morrison issue, and it is also the introduction to Crazy Jane. So it is her first appearance. And then you've got the following story arc, and I believe, is it this one? I think this one has the first appearance of the, if you saw the show, the really homicidal, in between dreams serial killer guy. I think that's his first appearance.
Jamie Tracy would like those Dead Men.
And
And there is a question: is it Dead Man's or Dead Men?
Dead Man's.
Okay.
We do have another set of those if somebody's interested, actually. Take those out.
Yeah, put some of the old books that we've already gone through up.
We were going to put the other set of Dead Man.
Oh, okay. There's another set of
Yeah.
But that seems like a really good deal for 4 Doom Patrol
Yeah.
comics with first appearance in them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great.
And first Morrison, yeah.
Yeah. And if you can't read this part of the note, if you want all 4 of them, it'll be $20. You're basically getting one for free.
Yeah, Grant Morrison is one of my favorite writers, period. Their new X-Men run is fantastic, and their Doom Patrol run is one of the definitive books of Vertigo. So if you like weird stuff, and if you like Grant Morrison, you can't beat $20 for these 4 issues.
Yeah, first Grant Morrison. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this was one of his first American books.
Yeah.
If not his first, I don't think it was his first.
I don't think it was his first.
But I think he got Animal Man after this.
Correct.
What's over there? Ooh, this is fun for multiple reasons.
What are those reasons?
Well, A, you got Stephen Bisley doing the interior artwork. If you were a fan of Lobo, he did like all of the great Lobo artwork in the 90s. Then you've got Frank Frazetta doing the cover. And then you've got the one and only Glenn Danzig writing it.
Look at the joy and the excitement on his face.
Paul's excited, guys. Be happy for him.
I'm a Misfits fan. I've seen his movie, and it is the worst movie I've ever seen. But as far as I know, there's only been one printing of this. I've never seen it in any collections. So for $15, this is pretty awesome. If you're a fan of any three of those people.
Or all three.
Or, no. You can only be a fan of one of them.
Oh.
I guess I pick Frazetta then.
Yeah, that's a wise choice. And then what are we down here? Oh, Mystery in Space number 86. $20 in pretty good condition for that age of a book. I specifically picked that because it looks Christmassy.
It does kind of look. You're right.
The
And also,
coloring, and then it
coming
looks like it's
down.
snowing.
There's a guy in a red suit.
Yeah.
and also, if you enjoyed the recent,
Thanos
That's not that. No.
It's the Dark Side comic.
That's the dark. Is it the dark side? Or
Dark Seed.
I mean, it said Dark Side. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Is that a-
And if you enjoyed the recent Strange Adventure series by Tom King, this is a good early Adam Strange appearance to see how he got from your regular average space adventurer to the character that Tom King portrayed him as.
All right.
Nice book from the 60s.
And speaking of Lobo, we have Lobo's first appearance. $75. This is the priciest book we've ever put on display here, but 'tis the season.
If you're
So
looking for a gift for somebody who's a Lobo fan or just wants a key issue, this could be a good one.
I mean, and also, a Lobo movie is
it's
inevitable.
But yeah,
At
like
this
again,
point.
like this book is only going to go up in price, and it is
Exactly.
in excellent condition. Like this is CGC worthy.
Yeah.
So yes, and then we've got the first issue of Ronin by Frank Miller. So if you were that person looking at that Daredevil with the Frank Miller artwork, this is another wonderful option for you. This was a 4-issue miniseries. This was his first project after he left Daredevil. So there was that next to last Daredevil issue that we had, the last Daredevil issue, and then this. And you can really see it with the progression of his artwork, because it's the tail end of Daredevil had that really sketchy line artwork, and that follows through into Ronin, where he probably perfected it.
Yeah, generally one of Miller's best works. Great read, great art, highly recommended.
I think that was one of his first series where he did it all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Outside of some of the Daredevil run, yeah. Is that?
wonder if his wife does a lot of the editing for his work.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she was involved in that. I'm gonna have to do some research.
I don't know if she might have done the coloring for it. So that is it for our back issues. Before we finish up, we do have a couple awesome things back here.
Oh my god, this is the coolest toy.
We've got the Planet Hulk.
That is so cool.
We've got one of the best toy versions of Thanos I think I've ever seen. And then we have this really awesome Infinity Gauntlet paperweight desktop monument.
They don't call them paperweights anymore. They're desktop monuments.
What a weird thing to transition into.
And then, of course, we do have in multiple sizes this awesome Catwoman t-shirt, as well as many other t-shirts.
Mhm.
It's a good one.
That and so much more here in the shop. Like if you're a fan of comics, if you're a fan of action figures, a fan of t-shirts, a fan of desktop monuments. We have
Yes.
so much.
Dalton would like the Frank Miller.
Good choice, Dalton.
Yes.
As always, the man has great taste.
Next time any of you are in the shop, Marvel did just send us these free calendars for 2001.
2021.
2001. I enjoy my Space Odyssey.
20 years out of date calendars that we're giving out for free.
So this calendar was from Mark Waid, was still writing Fantastic Four. Okay.
Yes. Jamie Tracy wants the Hulk.
He doesn't want it.
He needs the Hulk.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't need it. His son Rocco undoubtedly needs that Hulk.
I mean, that thing
Right.
is so cool.
And it's heavy.
It's about as heavy as his son Rocco.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's picking it up in store because that would cost a fortune to ship.
Yes.
This is like worth its weight in plastic
Yeah,
and more.
you could melt it down and make a profit.
Or choke a dolphin. I don't know.
Oh, it's not very nice.
Well, I mean, just saying, I'm comparing it with things.
Definitely not wrong.
I mean,
Let's put up some of the other books that we had.
Absolutely.
I'm even eyeing that Omega Men because
I think that Doom Patrol. I'm surprised that nobody's picked up the Doom Patrol four set because it's just.
that Omega Men.
Listen,
though,
if no one
that's
else
an
does, I will.
investment.
It is. That is an investment comic. That's why. Yeah.
But like that's watch. They're gonna announce something and that thing's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it's by the end of the year, there's going to be talk of Lobo.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a movie or an HBO show. He may even show up in the Justice League
An
Dark.
HBO Max show, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Who would that be?
Who?
Who would play
Lobo
Lobo?
casting.
Honestly, so I forget his name, but the guy they cast on Krypton, I actually thought did a really good job. So I'd love to see him in a larger budget production as Lobo.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I mean, you're right, but
I mean, he's already Thomas Wayne in the DC universe, but
Wait. Who is that? Is that the guy that's
it's Negan.
Negan? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. He's kind of.
Otherwise known as John Winchester from
Yes.
Supernatural, as I know him.
Yes.
Denny
I forgot
from
about that.
Grey's Anatomy.
He was also in Jonah Hex.
Oh God.
Was he? He wasn't Jonah. Hex.
No, that was Josh Brolin.
That was Thanos.
See, Devin's saying Jason Momoa, which that was my initial, but he has his IPs.
He's already his
Jason
shirtless,
Momoa.
raggy hair person.
Isn't it Jason Momoa?
Momoa.
yeah,
You're
it's
thinking of the
Momoa.
museum.
I don't know. Who could that?
I mean, like 2-3 years ago, there was talk of The Rock, but he signed on to be Black Adam. instead,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Right.
If who's the guy who plays Hopper in Stranger Things?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hellboy.
He's Hellboy.
But he's
Yeah.
Hellboy and he's in the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
He's
that's
in the
true.
Black, but he's also in.
Neither of which are DC.
He's in the
universe,
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's one of the generals.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
If they keep with his musculature, it has to be motion capture, so it could really be anybody.
I'd love to see the guy who I forget his name, but the guy who was Batroc the Leaper in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I know. Scarlett Johansson.
I'll still watch it.
The Range.
Is that a political joke? Is that what we're doing now?
It's allowed once per show, probably.
All right. Well, next episode, I'm going to read the Zombie Christmas Carol for the entire, and we're just going to take shots of every page. I'm going to read it.
Oh, I thought you meant take shots.
No, will we? No.
It'll be the New Year's episode. So.
That could be the New Year's episode.
Yeah.
Take a shot. For
It'll be a
every-
few minutes late.
No, it'll be on time. It'll just run really long.
Michael
geez.
Gloria says, what about the guy who played Beta on The Walking Dead?
I'm not sure who Beta was.
I don't know who he was.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm on season 7.
Give us a name, Mike.
Super tall.
Super tall.
And he's kind of grim. But he could be just acting.
Oh, Ruben. He's shouting out to us.
Oh, hey, Ruben.
Hi, Ruben.
Hi, Ruben.
We
We
miss
haven't
you.
replaced you.
Hey, this is just a one-off for me, Ruben. I swear.
I don't know. Eric did a pretty good job.
Oh no.
All right, so come on. Let's see. If somebody buys all 4 of these Doom Patrols, I'll do $15 for the set.
Sold.
You're buying them?
I would.
You're gonna give it. Well, let's see.
If no one else buys it, I'll do it for 20.
You got 5 minutes. If no one else buys the Doom Patrol for set of 4 for $15, then they're yours.
Okay.
For $15.
Okay.
No employee discount.
I figured.
Okay.
If you're doing it that cheap, I wouldn't even ask.
Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst.
I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah. I'm look. I know him from Sons of Anarchy, but yeah.
Ron Perlman would be another good Lobo.
I'll switch some of these out.
I was thinking Ron Perlman. He's just getting up there.
He's in his 60s, but he still wants to do Hellboy. So if he feels like he's got the energy to do it. Oh, you know what? Batista.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have much acting range.
He was good in that movie with Camille Nanjiani.
I didn't see that.
Like he's got good comedic.
Yeah, he's good. You know, he's not maybe the best dramatic actor, but if you put him in a good comedic role, he can take a good pratfall.
Yeah.
And I think Lobo, you know, even with some of the more hardcore stuff that happens, still should be funny at its core.
To me, Lobo has always been like when he spoke was like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice. Like I always thought of it as like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice. That character is
that kind
Lobo.
of just like.
See, I kind of think. See, I agree it's Michael Keaton, but the Michael Keaton that sticks out to me is how he should be Lobo is when he was Dogberry in Much Ado About Nothing.
I
haven't seen that version. Which version is that?
It is the one with
the Kenneth Branagh one.
Yeah, it's the Kenneth Branagh
I
one.
don't remember that.
I see this is not a very Shakespeare-heavy stream.
Not this week.
My
fair.
last suggestion.
Thus now, forthwith.
Charlie Hunnam.
Remind me who that is.
Sons of Anarchy guy.
Okay, I can see it.
Another song.
Pacific Rim.
Okay,
is that guy?
That's more helpful.
Yeah.
I'm not against him, but he always comes up like in like the Ghost Rider talks, and it's like, get off your motorcycle. He can do other stuff.
He can ride a motorcycle, so that's a good skill set to have.
So can Ewan McGregor.
That's true.
He's busy. Leave him alone.
See, if we're gonna have more motorcycle people, then we need to have Team America from the X-Men comics.
That would be amazing.
Like, I just want more of like the bad Marvel characters to show
Watch, like, what was it? What was the one about the NFL guy?
NFL Super Pro.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to
one of that is spiking.
Well, I don't know if it's number one, but Mike Mignola drew him.
Of course he did.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
one of the covers, yeah.
Do you guys actually know the story of how they got Fabian Nicieza to write that book?
No.
Money?
No. So actually, no. It was, they said, if you write the book, we'll give you like NFL season tickets or something like that.
That's fine.
Wow.
So he wrote it for season ticket. How else do you get like a good writer to write that?
Speaking of bad 90s Marvel characters, I just saw a story today about some independent filmmakers in Tampa made a half-hour-long Sleepwalker movie.
Really?
Yes.
The character, the comic character,
Yes.
Sleepwalker.
Weird.
And like they got approval from the guy who created him.
Huh.
It's what universe is he's from Marvel?
Yeah, he's Marvel. Yeah. It's just like a fan film that like they put a budget into. I
Neat.
just saw it this morning and I haven't been able
a
to.
weird character to choose. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I brought him up as a weird Marvel character from the 90s.
People always love their obscure characters.
All right, we need to ban Devin from the chat.
He's suggesting Colin Farrell.
Let's CGI.
Johnny Depp while we're at it. How about that?
No.
Johnny Depp is-
Let's
You
not.
know, joking aside, Colin Farrell in Bruges, amazing.
Colin Farrell and Daredevil.
Not. Hey, we said it at the same time.
What about Joe Manganiello?
Oh.
He's already Deadshot.
Yeah.
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke.
But
Dead something.
He's dead.
No, he would be an excellent choice if they didn't already cut his hair and bleach him blonde.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know.
anybody's interested in anything up on the shelves, let us know. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Is that from? That was from YouTube. Hey, we have people watching on YouTube now.
Weird.
Hey.
That's cool.
Yay.
Welcome.
Does that mean we get to go to VidCon now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're expecting a diamond play button any moment.
Yes.
I forgot that VidCon existed.
Keep it going for a few minutes.
Okay.
So let people.
Let's
See
fan
what
cast
we've
some
got.
other people. What other characters can we fan cast? I already have a show. Let me see if I got
Okay,
one of
the
these.
Lizard. MCU Lizard.
Besides the guy from Spider-Man 2,
I would prefer someone different.
Whitman Baker's a fantastic actor.
No, but I would like to see a different interpretation.
I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, but nobody knows who that is. And then
Yeah, he's one of those great artsy actors that does a lot of indie films.
But a new Kurt Connors,
Yeah, new Kirk Connors.
Crispin Glover.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
really like that.
Yes,
Rose with the really spicy suggestions this evening.
I'm trying to picture it. It's so weird.
But he's got like that sibilant kind of voice.
Yeah.
And
Just
good in American Gods.
behind the scenes documentary on that would be amazing. Because he's a crazy person.
yeah. Like I think his character in the Charlie's Angels movie was just him.
Well,
Just ripping women's hair out and screaming.
he had no dialogue because he read the script and he was like, "These words are terrible. I'm not speaking. I'm not saying these lines," and so they just didn't give him any lines.
Amazing.
He screeched a lot. But yeah, he'd be good in that.
I wish more actors would do that sometimes.
Does anybody know if the Santa Claus on the Iron Man 254
Is the same
Santa Claus?
I think it
from
is.
Spectacular Spider-Man?
It looks just like him, and he's
From
got an
that-
Uzi.
That cover. That. Gotta find it.
Like they could be intertwined stories.
Now, who do we cast as that Santa Claus?
Peter Jackson, because he already did it in Hot Fuzz.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
call. It's a good
Because
call.
he played
He's-
the Father Christmas who stabbed Simon Pegg
Yeah.
in the early montage.
Yes.
I dig it.
But he's a lot thinner now.
Good for him.
See, I want to fan cast the X-Men and the
John
MCU, but I'm
Goodman.
afraid.
As crazy Santa Claus.
So he's lost a lot of weight.
Yes, but he's still giant.
God, he's my favorite. I love John Goodman.
That man is scary.
Lobo. John Goodman
I would
is
watch the hell out
You
of
know
that.
what? You know what? That would be excellent. Truthfully,
I'd be. I'd watch that.
he was really good in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's fair. My favorite performance of his though was in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Barton Fink.
Have not seen it.
Barton Fink. He's phenomenal. Yeah, that movie is so slow burn intense. Slow burn, pun intended. If you've seen it.
I get it.
I was waiting for a response.
Paul makes
No, I
jokes.
get it.
What?
Paul makes movie style jokes.
Honestly, that tracks. Paul doesn't make popular culture references. He just makes culture references.
There we go. You got the picture of the Spider-Man
Oh.
cover.
Is
Click
it the
that
same?
link, everybody.
Just click it.
Just click it.
Click a random
You'll
link.
see the cover I love. The best Christmas cover of record. All right, I think we're done. You guys want to call it quits and go home and
Sure.
roast some marshmallows, or what do they roast on Christmas Day?
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts.
Ducks.
Presents?
Presents. Roast some presents.
Jack Frost sniffing out your nose.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for purchasing. We will be back next week with a Reuben, probably, hopefully.
Yeah, don't get used to me. This is just a one-time deal. Hopefully, I hope Ruben is able to be back.
It took a
No doubt
lot.
you did a great job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Good job, Eric.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
All right.
That's the nice. You've never been that nice to Ruben.
I
You've
know.
never said that.
It's because it's Reuben.
Oh, Ruben, I'm sorry that Paul's being so mean to you.
All right, we love you, Ruben. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Have a good night, Ruben.
Merry Christmas. and
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Ho ho ho. Rose.